What's up, peeps? Welcome back. As always, I'm your host, Lee Benson. Thank you so much for joining us on the YouTube edition of the AEW Insider. Happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays to all. We had a really good time in the house, just spent time with family. Cook way too much food that we're not going to eat. Got to put some in a pressure cooker and make this and that out of it. Throw a bunch of it out, yada yada, you know the deal. Christmas is less than a month away. Definitely check out our part 1 and 2 of top holiday Christmas movies to watch. And probably about next week, if not this week, my top 5 horror movies to watch in the month of December will be dropping. So stay tuned to our channels, like and subscribe so you get notified, share and show us some love. All right, this is the AEW Insider, so let's get to some AEW news. Well, Joey Janela and AEW's Penelope Cruz dated for years in real life, and in wrestling on the independent circuit, they were actually like a couple and a team, a duo. Since being in AEW, they put her with Kip Sabian, and I'm almost positive those two don't go out anymore. AEW was supposed to do a feud storyline, but right now they did put it on the back burner. They're not going to do it, which pisses me off because both of those guys need more airtime. They're both huge talents, and it would be a really good storyline. So let's hope that AEW does revisit this feud sometime in the future. Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley, aka AEW, are under investigation by the State Athletic Commission for breach of rules, meaning their non-sanctioned match the two had a bit ago on a pay-per-view, which was fucking crazy. It is being looked into. My boy Trent, aka the old Trent Beretta from WWE New Japan, got another big win this week. I'm so glad they're giving him his proper push. Dude has been a huge talent since his WWE days. He kicked ass in New Japan, and now he's getting his due. Let's hope the momentum continues. La Champion did an interview with Keeping It 100, and he talked about what he thought about WWE Survivor Series and what WWE star he thought would go over huge in AEW. Here is what La Champion had to say. I watched Survivor Series and it was really good, but they had this promo with Daniel Bryan and The Miz. And The Miz was all like, for the sake of our children, our families, you have to stop the Fiend. Nobody talks like that, you know what I mean? You can still put a guy over big time, but you don't have to act like somebody's going to break into his house and steal his kids. It's just not believable, and it's cartoonish in a bad way. And he also said that if you had a guy like Roman Reigns in AEW, he would be so over. Roman is so legit. A real cool dude, man. He's a great guy. He's super cool. He's like the guy you want to hang around with. And you know, they never portray him like this on the show. They always give him these promos to read, and a real Roman really never gets to shine through. And just on a side note, La Champion's champagne, a little bit of bubbly, which I said that he did put out a couple days ago, the whole stock actually sold out in 2 days. 10,000 bottles sold, and it crashed 19 of their servers for demand being so high. For a little bit of the bubbly. DDP has signed on to train Motley Crue's Vince Neil with some of his DDP yoga. They wanted to get the frontman back in shape for their second final world tour. Pac has taken to Twitter, and the bastard is not happy. He wants Omega's ass in the ring again. Here is what Pac had to say online. It might have been a cheap little flash pin, but I hold my hands up high. You beat me. However, I think it's only fair that just like yourself, I am afforded an opportunity at redemption. Just like you elite pricks who get absolutely anything they want in this company, all they have to do is ask. The bastard deserves a rematch. Kenny Omega, AEW, give me what I rightfully deserve, or I swear to God, I'm going to make you regret it. Even though it's a storyline, some of it is real, and I said it from the door. They put the EVPs over way too fucking much, which is Cody, even though I love him, Omega, I love him, the Bucks, I love them. They don't have to win every fucking match they're in. Let the other peeps shine. You tell them, Pop. All right, on to some WWE news. Well, the governor of Knox County, a.k.a. Kane, has threw his hat in the ring for this year's WWE Hall of Fame. In an interview online, he said he feels he should be considered for it. I think all of us do. He's a legend and he deserves it. Him and his TV brother, their tag team, what have you. I just don't like fishing for a nomination. It doesn't matter if it's Kane, somebody who wants a promotion at a job, somebody who wants a birthday gift or just acknowledgement online. I don't like that shit. They would have given it to him regardless. To ask for it is pretty much saying I want to be inducted this year, and I think it's very weak on his part. Best of luck though. Bray Wyatt, aka The Fiend, is the #1 seller of WWE merchandise right now. He debuted his new title on SmackDown Friday, and after, a legit replica is up for sale online. If you want to own a new Fiend title, it will cost you a whopping $6,500. Each one is handcrafted and numbered by Tom Savini, horror legend, and no two will be identical. Very, very cool. WWE booked 2 shows at Madison Square Garden to try to make up to the fans and Madison Square Garden for going to the Barclays Center for all these SummerSlams the past 4 years in a row. Well, since tickets have gone on sale, they have not been selling well at all, and WWE just started selling them at a discounted price for the event. They left a really bad taste in New York City's fan base's mouth, which is not a good thing, WWE. Elias, Sheamus, and Alexa Bliss made their returns on Friday night. It was really good to see Elias back. He's another one who needs a proper push by them. WWE is running another Worlds Collide tournament. Last one I'm pretty sure was in April, because we've seen some of the matches at the WWE, event they had during Mania week. This one will have NXT versus NXT UK, and it should kick ass. I can't wait to see what the card is, because at Access this year, those matches were dope. Corey Graves made a tweet to NXT Mauro Ranallo about his NXT TakeOver commentary last week. He pretty much said that Mauro was a microphone hog and would not let the other announcers talk. If you follow this show or you're a fan of Mauro, you know he suffers from very bad mental health issues. He checked into a funny farm a couple months back due to it. So since Graves said that Mauro did not appear on Survivor Series, and he deleted his Twitter account right after. We'll keep you posted on how things unfold. Mauro is one of the best announcers fucking out there, and mental issues are no joke. So I met Corey Graves in real life, a lot of guys shit on him. He's a good dude, but you gotta watch what you fucking say and know who you say it to, bro. It has been revealed that even before her kick-ass showings at Survivor Series and TakeOver, that there was a big push in line for Shayna Baszler. Now they are full steam ahead in grooming her and Adam Cole to take over, and they want to groom her to be the one who takes on and takes out Becky Lynch with one hell of a feud. Well, WWE and their local advertisers fucked up again. When they come to your town, they obviously pay to advertise, and then the people, put the commercials on TV with some matches of the stars, what have you. Where they're going for TLC in December, it shows that it's going to be the Kabuki Warriors versus Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch for the women's tag titles. Now that storyline's still building. It hasn't been announced yet at all, but they of course fucked it up. This has been done at least 6 times this year. It's fucked up, man. CM Punk threw some serious shade at Hulk Hogan. They caught him on a red carpet somewhere and asked him 2 minutes worth of questions. One was who was his favorite wrestler growing up, and he said it was Roddy Piper. The guy said, I thought you were going to say Hulk Hogan. Everybody loved Hogan. Punk said, nah, I wasn't a Hogan guy. He said, I met him and I like him even less now. Fuck him, which is awesome. Matt Hardy's contract is up in this February. His brother Jeff has a couple more months after that due to the injury time he has to pay back. Anyway, Matt and WWE are in talks about him resigning with the company. Money-wise, they're not far off at all. The problem is that Matt has a couple requests to go along with his new contract, and I don't blame him. He wants to be able to use his characters more on TV. Woken Matt Hardy, Big Money Matt, what have you. It's bullshit that he doesn't get to use his gimmicks. Broken fucking Matt Hardy was so huge in impact and in the wrestling world a few years ago, it wasn't funny. WWE gets him there. Vince personally thinks it's stupid and it's fucking buried. But I guarantee they will give him what he wants to have him re-sign, and then they'll probably fuck him a year or two into the contract and don't let him do it. That's just how they do. I reported last week that Hulk Hogan said he is training hard for his final match at WrestleMania, and he wants his opponent to be Vince McMahon. Eric Bischoff heard it, and this is what he had to say about that. I think the fans would probably like to see perhaps Hulk Hogan and Taker. I know Hogan would probably more than anything want it to be Vince McMahon. If he's going to work a match with Vince, I want to work in Hulk's corner. Me and Vince got a little business to take care of. That's funny. He then said he was joking about the Vince thing. Yeah, right. And Bischoff added that, I would want whatever he would want, Bischoff stated. Again, a guy with a career like Hulk Hogan, and if he's able to do it, God bless him if that's what he wants to do. And if he's able to make that happen, I'd be the second happiest person in Florida that night. But it's hard for me to imagine that he'll be able to get ready for something like that. But who knows? He's done it before. I believe in a Hulkster. My fandom of him fell off in the last couple of years because he is a racist fuck. But growing up, he was a huge influence. He was awesome. And if anybody could come back for one final kick-ass match, it is the Hulkster, peeps. Bischoff also talked about what he was hired for in WWE, and if he was responsible for that awful Roman Reigns who did its storyline last summer. He said, I wasn't hired necessarily to take over creative. I was brought up more to manage the process, and that was clear to me in the beginning. None of the creative that you saw had anything to do with me, good or bad. And about the Roman storyline, it wasn't my idea. I had nothing to do with it, not a thing. Now on to some Ring of Honor news. Ring of Honor has blocked ex-Ring of Honor female champion and ex-employee Kelly Klein on their Twitter. She recently was not re-signed to her contract after she became vocal of so-called wrongdoings going on backstage, which if you know, Joey Mercury saying the same shit like a month ago. I guess they did not like her retweets to them or responses and they blocked her. She went on Twitter after that and she said even though they blocked her, she still will support the amazing talent that they have working for them. NWA news. WrestleCade took place this weekend and the NWA champion Nick Aldis was there in full effect. He actually got into it with ex-NWA champion and wrestling legend, the Great Muta. Words were exchanged. Aldis laid the title down and told Muta that he could have a shot at any time. Aldis and the Great Muta is going to be fucking epic, peeps. Impact Wrestling. Last week, Impact did a cool throwback episode, aka they robbed NWA Power's format for the night. The final match had 4 women who fought in the main event. It included my baby Jordan Grace, my other baby Tessa Blanchard, and 2 other women in it. After the match was over, ex-ECW star The Sandman came up to them and told them that women should never main event a wrestling event ever, and any male wrestler would agree with him. That's fucked up. I hope it was the booze talking that night, the Sandman. Can't believe he said that to those ladies on a big night, and it's so untrue. Tessa should have just whooped his ass and tapped him out real quick. My opinion, he did a kick-ass job, ladies. Fuck him. And also, it caught the attention of AEW's champion, the La Champion, and Jericho seen it, and he replied he does not agree. So there you go. MMA news. Logan Paul is legit stepping into the world of MMA. We already know that he called out CM Punk to fight him after his loss in a boxing match a few weeks ago. Now it is rumored that if he does go to MMA like they're saying, Tito Ortiz will be the one who is training him. I'll just leave that there for you, peeps. All right, peeps, that's it for this week's YouTube edition of the AEW Insider. Thank you all so much for showing your support. Like I said, I don't put these up on here as much as I like to because the editing takes so long. But if you like the way the news I bring you like the way I do it, blah, 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 check out our podcasts. I'm doing those all the time with some more news for you. On all podcasting platforms, Facebook and YouTube, it's the AEW Insider. And on Twitter, it's the AEW Insider 1 as a number 1. I want to wish you guys a happy holidays. Christmas is only 20-something days away, which is crazy. You should see all the gifts that's behind this fucking camera. It's nuts. We're ready. But anyway, check out all our videos. We got some holiday videos. I'll keep doing new ones, what have you. I love you guys, all right? I'm rambling on as always. I'm going to go for now. I'll see you guys in a couple of days with some movies and more. As always, I'm your host, Lee Benson. and thank you so much for joining us for this week's YouTube edition of the AEW Insider. Ciao, peeps.